Humans of the Cardboard, welcome back. We've got another hot news video fresh off the press. We got two more sub 1 cards or secret utility box, a OCG set. It's mostly a reprint set with 74 reprint cards, but it does have 6 new cards in it. We got the Dark Magician fusion that is Dark Magician and Gaia cards fused together, and then the Assault Synchron. This card's actually a pretty good just tuner Synchron edition. As well, so keep that in mind. But today we got 2 new cards. I believe it's like a Galaxy Eyes and a ROKKET card. So let's get into it. Starting off here, we have Last Hope Numbers. Does this mean this is searchable if it has numbers in the name? I'm not sure about that, but whatever. It's a normal spell card. This card is always treated as a Galaxy Eyes card. I know that will make it very searchable, especially considering like Photon and Galaxy Eyes is getting a bunch of new cards in a Photon Hypernova, which is very, very cool for them. They already become like a better archetype. I feel like they'll be a lot more consistent in getting to solid boards, which would be cool. And you can only activate this card once per turn. Here we go. Pay half your life points. Okay, better be strong. Then target 2 monsters in your graveyard. It's a good start. Okay. For the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you can only special summon monsters from the extra deck once, not counting this card's effect. Okay, okay. Also, special summon both targeted monsters, but their effects are negated. And if you do, immediately after this effect resolves, XYZ 1 number monster using only those 2 monsters. Wow. Okay, so this is a pretty powerful Monster Reborn card here. Couple things. Half your life points is a lot, but man, the payoff for this is pretty high. The only tough thing about it, I think, well, I guess the tough things will be half your life points is brutal. Sometimes. And we see a lot of decks now, like a lot of games going to time, even with the 5 extra minutes with the current format, but still, you are going to get locked into 1 more extra deck summon, which is interesting because I guess that opens you up for a rank up on top of the stuff you summon, or just another summon somewhere else. But this is still pretty strong. Targeting 2 4s engrave, summoning them, going into a rank 4. You know what I mean? Targeting anything really. Technically, you could have any Exceed monsters engraved that are that are requirements for the Draco future, and summon them. You wouldn't be able to. I guess you could. Can you make F-Zero with that? You wouldn't resolve the Exceed summon second part of this effect. Oh, but then you'd have to go F-Zero into. I don't know how that would work actually, because I don't know the exact text on how you make F-Zero. But still, there's a lot of openness here, and it's searchable, right? I think obviously this definitely stands out mainly in Galaxy Eyes Photon decks, but we'll have to see if this actually has legs. I mean, I could easily see this being like the end part of a combo. Boom, right before the combo's over, slap another rank 4 on the field, slap, and then maybe 1 more summon on top of that, whether it be a rank up or something else. Also targeting 2 level 5 lights, making Cyber Dragon Nova, then the last summon is Infinity, could be something. I don't know. There's some open-ended stuff there. So, yeah. Also, you are locked into... Oh, no, you're locked into numbers. Okay. I don't know. There's a lot going on with this card, honestly. A lot of small things that are going to be dependent on where we go there. And then the final card here, second card, is ROKKET Coder. This is half ROKKET support, half mini Coder support. This is a level 4 Dark Cybers effect monster, 17,300 for the stats. That's really interesting. So he's Dark Cyber, so he is Signet Miningable. You can only use the first and third effects of this card once per turn. If a Cybers monster you control would be used as link material for a Code Talker monster, this card in your hand can be used as material. Classic mini Coder effect. They all have that same effect, which is really cool. If this card is used for the link summon of a Boral monster, it is treated as a dragon. Okay. How does that matter? How does that come up? Okay. And thirdly, if this card you control would be used as link material for a Boral monster, you can also use 1 dark monster in your hand as material. I don't expect that one to be too crazy. I don't know. These 2 effects are just pretty sus. We don't see a lot of the Boral monsters see much play in modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! Plus, this isn't actually a dragon, although if it's going to be making a Boral, you could treat it as a dragon. I get maybe some of the smaller Boral monsters might require dragons or something. I honestly don't know off the top of my head. But I'm thinking of like Borreload and Borland, or not Borland. Borreload and Boral Sword, obviously being the two main ones. Honestly, though, to me, this stands out as like better cyber support than it does like rocket support. And I say it for this reason. One, this extension effect is fine. Like it's the same thing as all the coders, but the other coders are just better. They're stronger because like obviously microcoders getting you a search, and code generators getting you a dump for a dotscaper, which is going to be another extender, right? Radiator is like a negate, and exporter is like a follow-up. So they all like plus you in some way. This one does not plus you, but what it does do is it does kind of open us up for the possibility of being able to play this with something like Quick Launch as a really good additional extender for the like Code Talker or whatever Cyber's good stuff deck, and that makes that another package that you can kind of add into the fray. Again, if this card could have been a +1 in some way, some fashion, it would have been way better. Even if it was like if this card's used as material for a Code Talker, like draw a card. Even if it was as simple as that. Even if it was cycle a card. Like, you know what I mean? Some piece of value. It'd be way, way better. But still, having access to a superior extender like that, not requiring anything on the field, no punish there, that could definitely be something. So we'll actually have to keep an eye out on that. That could be something that becomes playable just because it has Rocket in the name. And that opens up Quick Launch to be a possibility. But we will obviously see where we end up there. But other than that, keep that in mind. These are pretty cool. We're going to get 2 more new cards here. And honestly, I haven't been that disappointed. I think this card's pretty cheeks. But Assault Synchron, if I remember correctly, yeah, this card just jumps out of the hand pretty easily. And then, like, his lock isn't even that scary. He's a tuner that extends himself. So, like, that's always going to be good. And then we have these. Like, honestly, like, this card has a lot of restrictions and a lot of weird things, so it's probably only going to work in, like, specific scenarios, specific combos, very specific decks. But I do think it could be strong enough in, like, part of combos where you just end your combo off by resolving this and it putting the icing on the cake on making a really strong board. And then this guy, like I said, just, like, another nice extender for Cybers. Could power creep some things. I mean, we've already seen, like, Mathmex probably are must play in, like, Cyber's good stuff decks. Maybe this becomes another extender you end up playing in there just because it works around so many things. Gets you a body on board through an eruption, and so on and so forth. So we will have to see, but very, very cool nonetheless. Very curious where we end up there, but that's really cool. But yeah, I'm out of here for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on the 2 new cards here. These are really cool. Excited to hear what you guys have going on there. Probably waiting on, so what is this? This is like an Exceed. So we're probably waiting on, we have a Synchro, a Fusion. I guess we're probably waiting on like a Yu-Gi-Oh! GX kind of card. Something from one of those characters. And a Pendulum, I guess, would probably be the other 2 cards. Something to have to do with Pendulum and something, and Heroes or some archetype from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. We'll have to see. I don't know, but they've been good. So honestly, I'll keep a good eye out for it because it could actually be something worthwhile. But I'll keep you posted on that. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Subscribe if you haven't. Peace.